Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have the first beer that I've reviewed, that I'll be reviewing on this channel from Toppling Goliath. This one's called Pompeii IPA. It doesn't say on the can, but I looked it up. I think it's 6.2 ABV. And they are out of, Decorah, Iowa. So, these guys are huge for their big imperial stouts and stuff, but people went crazy over like Pseudo Sue and King Sue for a while, and then people don't really care about the hops anymore. But I haven't had any of their stuff in a while, so I'm excited to give it a proper review. I think this is one of the beers that was actually called something else before the head brewer left and went to Treehouse. And this was like a rename of it. I don't know, but I think this is all Mosaic. So, anyways, let's crack it open and see what we got. So as you can see, it is cloudy, but it's not like super hazy. It doesn't look like juice. It just looks like a cloudy beer, like a Hefeweizen, with a slightly less than 1 finger white head that seems to be dissipating pretty quickly. Let's see what the aroma's got. Ooh, that smells really juicy, like a lot of peach and pineapple. And I'm not just saying that because I read it on the can. Oh, here it says mango and pineapple, but I'm liking it more to peach. There's definitely a pineapple character, but I mean, if this is Mosaic, that's definitely something that I get out of Mosaic, so that makes sense. Honestly, this just smells like a bomb. It doesn't have that, I don't know what it is, but there's a certain smell that almost all, like, true New England style IPAs have that I don't get out of this. Like, this, it doesn't remind me of like West Coast necessarily, or even like Headhunter. But what it reminds me of is I'm not really getting any malt out of it. But maybe that's why, because it doesn't have like that bready malt that the New England IPAs have too. But to me, this really, really reminds me of like the super fresh Surly IPAs, not like Todd the Axeman and Abrasive. Abrasive is such a good beer. I mean, I don't know if this is quite on that level, but that's kind of what it reminds me of as far as the hop malt aroma. Whoa. Interesting. So it's just not what I was expecting from the aroma, and not that it's a bad thing, but the flavor is a lot more earthy. I don't want to say it's dank, but it's definitely like earthy, herbal, a little floral, and there is like some candied orange in there too. Really, I'm not getting any of that like mango peachy, like tropical or stone fruit character, which is really interesting because that's what I get for sure in the aroma. It almost has a little, to me, what I would call like the aspirin-y character that I don't think everyone gets this, but what I get from Amarillo. But when I taste the Amarillo, it also really reminds me of Three Floyds beers, because I don't know about the newer stuff they do, and obviously not Zombie Dust because it's just Citra, but a lot of their classic stuff like Alpha King and Dreadnought, I know they're heavy, like Centennial, Simcoe, Amarillo, I believe. I know there's definitely a lot of Amarillo. And like Gumball Head, I think, is all Amarillo. So this definitely reminds me of like a classic IPA, but it's not like super dry and grapefruity either. It has a balance. I mean, it's not sweet, but it's definitely not really dry. And It's not bready, but it's not caramel either. It's kind of in the middle. But you can tell it's really fresh. I lied. It is a little bready in the back end. But yeah, actually, the bread in the back end kind of reminds me of that Fonteflora Pud, which was great. I would say this does not remind me of any other Toppling Goliath IPAs I've had. And the other ones I have had in the past were good, but this is just kind of, I don't know, to me, just different scope. It seemed like I don't know if it was their intention or not, but this is just a lot different style than what I've gotten in their other stuff. But it's really tasty. I like it a lot. And the guy who sent me this is from Minnesota, so I don't know. I'm assuming they distro there because I know they distro the hoppy stuff like the Chicago, and then you can even get it in some other areas down south because they have another place in Florida. But this is obviously in Minnesota. This would have come from the Iowa plant. Yeah, they don't date their cans, which is unfortunate. Like, one, because I'd be afraid to buy them. But I'm assuming that guy who sent it to me knew it was fresh, which I'm glad he did. But I would just like to know like how fresh it is. Not that I care. I mean, it tastes good, but I would just like to know like, is this because it's only 10 days old, or is this like a month old and it still tastes this good? You know, that's what I would just like to know. Yeah, I mean, I think this is 6.2, so I mean, I wouldn't. It's not like a session beer, but I like the fact that it's under 7% for an IPA because I mean to me that's the max. I don't want anything bigger than that. Like I could have a couple of these and feel okay. I feel like so. This would definitely be a really good everyday drinking IPA for me. It's just super clean. There's a lot going on with it. It has really nice balance. And the bitterness, I also think, is really spot on. It's obvious that you're drinking an IPA. It doesn't just taste like juice. And it actually does linger a little bit like a West Coast IPA, but again, like I said, it's not super dry. So that's really the difference there. Yeah, that I guess can't really think of any other descriptors for this guy, but in my scale of buy, drink, dump, this is definitely a buy. I don't know how much it costs though, but I can't imagine it's like crazy expensive. I mean, I would say if it's under $20 a 4-pack, which I'm guessing it is, especially if it's distributed, I would definitely buy this. I would buy this pretty often if I knew that the cans were fresh, because this is just a really easy drinking good beer. So yeah, I'm glad. It's great to have good beers from these guys where people go ape shit over their stouts and stuff, but it's good to know that they're just making good clean beers like this to drink every day. So yeah, that's all I got for this one. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.